Good morning, Lead Bullets for Life here on a nice chilly fall morning in California. We're supposed to get to a high of 68 today, so right now it's about 58. Warm enough for me to be out here in the backyard and show you what I got in the mail. Let's go ahead and open it up. This is always the fun part. Let's see. It's always easier to open them on top. So guys, I need to stop my local gun shop. I need to get some more black powder. Running low on it. It's been a while since I've been out there. It's in the next city ahead of mine. Alright. Got some little paperwork there and some Allen wrenches. And here's the molding question. Alright guys, so this is the 150 grain round nose hollow base single cavity, and it's for Mould Western Bullet Mold 38 long colt. And guys, you can actually use this in 38 specials if you like, even with bores that are as big as 375, and this is what it's designed for. So guys, these are very versatile molds. They're expensive, and they're only a single cavity, and they're made out of brass. But if you like to be versatile, making you know, old-time ammunition, and this is one of the molds that you can do it with. If you're into firing old weapons. Me, I've been into my black powder gun, so naturally, you know, this fit the bill for me. And you know, guys, it wasn't that expensive as I thought it was going to be. But then again, it's a single cavity too. It's not a four cavity. So let's see what it looks like inside. All right, so here's the pour spout in here. Now remember, it's a top pour, and then here is your this will mix the divot in the bottom of your cartridge or your bullet. And so hopefully that hole will be big enough to expand, which I think it should. If you look, it's not like, you know, it's not doesn't got the same depth like a 148 grain hollow base bullet. This is actually designed to make a short skirt for the 38 caliber. And this is what it looks like. It's got a handsome profile on it, I think. All right, we're gonna get this cleaned up, and we got some lead in the back getting melted, and I gotta find a handle that'll fit it. And these are designed to actually fit with. So we'll see what we got inside the tool drawer. All right, so we got lead warming up right here, and then I got the mold swabbed out with alcohol. Rubbed a little bit of motor oil on the tip of the hollow base maker, and hopefully it'll keep it from sticking. So it's going to be a time process here since we're only on one cavity, but it's better than nothing. And hoping to get squeeze out a little bit more accuracy out of that 1836 Navy of mine. All right, as soon as it warms up, we'll get started. So last night I took the opportunity to wet tumble my brass so it's all nice and clean and shiny again for another go. And I put them in the convection oven at 200 degrees for about 10 minutes, and that let them dry overnight. And they came out quite nice. Well, here's the first one. Didn't come out too bad. We'll put it back in just in case. Alright, so I got about maybe 15 or so right there. A little time consuming, but beautiful bullets as you can see. And took out the sprue, and what you do, turn the knob, and what it does, it loosens up the bullet inside, and just tap it. Okay, it comes right out. Let's see. Some of them come out a little wrinkly, but you know, put them back inside. And then like that underneath the bolt, Okay, this is the way it doesn't fall out. Okay, one more. Actually, guys, it's quite exciting, even with one cavity, because I'm making bullets that I would normally have to buy. Turn that, tap, and it falls right out. Okay. Pretty good, guys, pretty good. Now, guys, if they come out a little wrinkly, it's no big deal, and the reason why is because they're going to expand inside the chamber anyways. So cosmetics aren't the greatest, but you know, match grade for maybe, I mean, for 10-15 yards, it should be good enough. You want to match grade them and shoot them further than that. Of course, you want to weigh them all out and size them all out, get the same configuration of the bullet. All right. But so far, I'm liking it. All right, let's show you one of the bottom. What the bottoms look like. They don't go all the way deep like a 148 grain, but the 148 grains you can't push them too fast. Anything past 700 feet per second, you're gonna pretty much blow the skirts out. At least with these here, you can fire them up to standard velocity stuff like 800, 850 feet per second, maybe more. Turn. All right, it falls right out. You gotta kind of jostle a little bit and get in there. Now, if you're not wearing gloves like I am right now, you just gotta be careful not to touch any of the brass pieces. All right, guys, we got about 70 or so. I'm gonna make about 100 so I can make a whole box full. Okay, what's the sprue on this one here? And then what you can do, guys, is just twist it like so. Like that. And it falls right out. There we go. Not too hard. You don't have to bang it or anything or beat it to death. It's a brass mold, so take care of it. Okay, guys, we'll do some weights and measurements now. We'll start with the measurements. And yeah, 358 on the nose. All right, let's go and weigh them out. So everybody can see that. 144. Let's try another one. 144. Pretty consistent, guys. And the right weight too. Good Lord, unbelievable. The accuracy is just uncanny. This is after you know, sorting out the bullets. Guys, I think they're going to work just fine. So once I get the proper load for them, so they expand. This is a little bit bigger. 145. Also, guys, I want to mention too that the expanded skirts will actually work for, of course, larger, you know, revolvers. Like, say for example, you want to use it for a 38 Smith & Wesson, you sure can do that. And as long as, just like you can do that for the 38 long Colt, and if you ever have like an 1892 Colt revolver, you know, and 38 long Colt, you know, you can definitely use that. So, guys, there are some movies, you know, that you can watch that have the old 38 Colt, which is the 1892. One is Goyo, and that's Boy General, and then General Luna is another one. And there's a few called 1898, and these are all in the Philippine. They're in the Philippine Insurrection Wars. You know, another one would be Teddy Roosevelt and the Rough Riders, the two-part series. They show a lot of the 1892 38 Colt revolvers as well. All right, guys, so we're done with the cast bullets and letting the mold cool down. Right now, I'm doing inspections. I made about 183, and so far I've took out 8 of them for wrinkly bearing surfaces, and also if you have some that have like a weak skirt on it, that's also going to have to be dispensed out and reloaded, well, remelted again. But for the most part, guys, they came out really good. Now, technically they're round nose bullets, but if you look, you'll see a small meat plate on top. Of course, that can't be helped because you need to cut the sprue on it. So it's a bottom pour basically, and it's a top sprue removal. All right, so here's another one, guys. It's on the reject pile. So total of 9 so far, and so everything else is looking pretty fair. Not perfect, but perfect fair. I mean, as long as I got good rounded cavities in the bottom, we're good to go. And that should give it enough cavitation to cause a expansion into the bore itself. So I basically only need about 150. Right now I'm down about 170. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 minus 83. Like 174 so far. And I'll keep looking. So guys, it took me a total of about 2 hours to make this many. And of course, you know, I had to adjust the temperature to make sure they didn't get wrinkles on them. And I had to make sure that, you know, the lead was in the right temperature. Alright, let's see, a little wrinkly on this one here. I'll get rid of that one. I can pick and choose. Since I only need 150, I can get rid of the most ugly ones as possible and keep the best ones, you know, for test purposes, and then, you know, of course, make more. And I enjoyed, you know, doing my casting. Let's see, that one's going to be, that looks good. It's got a good bottom skirt on it. Alright, so basically, guys, what's going to happen is that your bottom skirt here, from here to here, from here to here is going to expand outward, and then cause the gripping on the rifling and give it a spin. Now, those who've used these bullets out of casting said they came out with some pretty poor results, and I think a lot of it has to do with the softness of the lead, or the lack of a high charge on it. Now, if you're going to use a small charge on a cast bullet versus a soft lead bullet, yeah, you're not going to get the expansion that you want, and so naturally it's going to be rattling down the barrel. But if you use, like, say, for example, 13.5 grains of or 15 grains of black powder, this should be enough to expand the bullet, send it down range, and engage rifling for good accuracy. And I believe this is what they were designed for. You know, they're designed for black powder loads. Not that the smokeless powder won't work on them. They will work on them, but you can't powder puff these bullets. You got to really make them move out around, you know, over 700 feet per second at least, so you can gauge the rifling, or at least have enough pressure behind the bullet to expand the skirt, which is what you want. So a too low of a velocity or pressure is going to cause instability and cause tumbling. So guys, it's going to be a matter of trial and error. All right, let's talk about the mold a little bit. So with the mold here, you know, I dabbed a little oil on the screw plate here. As you can see, there's brass there. And then on the divot maker, what you do is you adjust the screw here, push in like so, and then turn it just enough to get the grab. And then, of course, it's going to be a top pour. And then you break your sprue. And then what I did was I twisted like this, and then up I went and it opened up the cavity and out went the bullet. Now, if it didn't come out, I would basically put the hollow cavity maker back in again, and then just going to kick it out. But for the most part, they just fell out by themselves. So little tips and tricks on how to make these molds work properly. It's going to take a little bit more time than usual because, you know, you don't want bad bullets. So you want good bullets for the first time you start casting. And to do that is to get the temperature up on the lead and the temperature up on the mold itself. Also prepping the mold, keeping the cavities clean. I use 91% alcohol and a swab, and therefore I can guarantee the bullets will come out. See, this is kind of raggy looking. Yeah, I'll get rid of that one there. All right. So guys, making enough bullets for your test firing. Make a handful more just in case you have to scrap a few, because you want the best bullets possible for your testing. You know, and you're going to measure out your powder charge. All your cases are going to be the right height, trimmed, and primers and seated and crimped equally, so that you have consistent ammunition for accuracy purposes and reliability. Thanks for joining me today. If you like what you see, want to see more, please rate and subscribe and make comments. And we'll be seeing you at the range, reloading bench, or at the kitchen table. Lead Builders for Life, signing off. See you at our next video. We start lubricating and loading up the shells. Anyways, bye for now. Take care.